Hey guys, it's been a while. I was curious to see who was still around, who was still watching this page, so I thought I'd schedule a Facebook Live today. Also, because obviously a lot of crazy things are going on all around the world, and a lot of people are feeling a little bit isolated, maybe a little bit lonely. So I figured, why not create a space where people can connect and talk and feel a little less lonely? So I'm curious who is gonna show up today. We'll see who shows up. I see somebody's here already. Okay, if you're here, I know it's been a while since we did this. Please let me know that you're here. I can't see your names unless you type something in the comments. So type a little comment so I can see what's going on, and I'm gonna use my cell phone so that I can see all the comments and I won't miss anything. And also say hi. It's been a long time. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're safe. Tell me how you've been. Tell me how things have been going recently. Tamer, I remember you. How are you doing? Tamer, I'm trying to remember where you're from, what country you're from. Remind me what country you're from, okay, Tamer? All right, there's definitely some other people here. Meyer, Meyer, that name doesn't sound familiar. I don't know if you've been to one of my classes in the past, but welcome if this is your first time. And where am I? Okay, so I think I know what you mean by that. First, I'll just say I'm in the United States. For anyone who doesn't know, my name is Patricia. I live in the United States. And but I think, Meyer, what you're asking about is this back here. Where am I? Well, I got a surprise for you. Check it out. It's just a backdrop. It's not real. So I'm just in my bedroom. I'm not anywhere outside. I'm in my house, just like a lot of people are staying at home right now because it's the safest thing for us to do. Let's see who else is here. CD. Hi, CD. That name doesn't sound familiar. So welcome if this is your first time here. And Steve. I didn't expect to see you here, but I'm glad you came. It's good to see you. Steve and I, we've talked about what's been going on in his country, in Taiwan. We've talked about what's going on in my country, in the United States. All right, who else is here? I see there are a lot of people here, but I can't see the names unless you leave a comment. So please leave a comment so I can at least see you guys' names. And my other question for you guys, or the other thing I'll put out there for now, is do you have any questions for me? Do you have any questions at all? I just wanted to give us a little time to just chat, catch up. If you have questions for me about where I've been, what I've been doing, if you have questions about what's going on in the United States, any question like that is fine. Just go ahead and put that in the comments. Meyer, you like this? It's really cool. Most people love this backdrop. A lot of people tell me that this backdrop is very realistic looking. People actually think I'm outside on the street somewhere, but it's not. It's just a really cool looking picture that I hang up back here. Let's see who else is here. Tamer. It's been a long time. I know, Tamer. How have I been? I'm really good. I've been, teaching English classes as always. I've been teaching some other types of classes. I can tell you guys a little bit about that later if you want. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of change in the United States right now. People who used to go to an office to work are now working from home, or they're trying to work from home. It's not always easy, especially when your kids are all home because there's no school. So for a lot of people, they're dealing with a lot of change. But for me, I've been working from home for almost 2 years. So my work situation is actually very much the same. Some small changes. Every once in a while, I used to go to schools or, kids groups and things like that. But obviously, I can't do that right now because every school around me is closed. But all of the teaching that I do online, none of that has really changed that much. So I've been pretty good, Tamara. Thanks for asking. All right, let's see. CD, hey, how are you doing? Welcome. Manira, I remember you too. It's been a long time. I'm doing well. Tell me how you've been. How are you doing, Manira? And remind me what country you're from, because I don't remember. I remember your name, but I don't remember what country you're from. All right, guys. And oh, look who's here. My sister. Cammy. Hey, Cammy. Good to see. Well, I can't really see you, but I guess it's good for you to see me because you can see me. Um, how are you doing, Cammy? What's been going on? I haven't talked to you in maybe like 2 or 3 days. So let me know what's going on out there on Long Island. I know Long Island has had a lot of cases of coronavirus. So I hope you guys are doing okay over there, Cammy. All right, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, anything you want to ask me, anything you want to talk about. It doesn't matter what the topic is. I just wanted us to have a little bit of get together time. One other thing I figured I would do, just because, I'm an English teacher, so I can't help teaching English. I have a couple of vocabulary words that I want to teach you guys today that are kind of related to this situation that we're dealing with right now. So the first one I'm going to type in all capital letters. And if you know what this phrase means, then type it in, what you think it means. All right. So let me check out these comments. Amin. Yes, it's been a long time, Amin. I missed you guys. Topic for today. So like I said, Amin, there's no real topic for today. Today is just a little fun, short get together because a lot of people are stuck at home and probably can't go to work. Maybe you used to go to an English class in your community and now you can't go. So I just thought I'd do something a little bit fun. So no specific topic, but any questions you have, feel free to ask Amin. Suleiman, I think I remember that name. And you're from Comoros Islands. I think I remember that name, but welcome. And let's see, Cammy, you're hanging in there. Glad to hear it. All right, give me a call later, Cammy. Abdullahi, I remember that name too. It has been a while. I know, guys, it's been a long time since we've done this. And oh, and Irma, I remember that name too, Irma. It's been a while since we've done this. I'm glad you guys are here. So, the phrase that I typed in to the comments is cabin fever. Cabin fever. And I'm just curious if you guys know what that phrase means. Have you ever heard it? Do you have a guess? If you have a guess or you think it knows what it if you think you know what it means, go ahead and type it in the comments. Even if it's wrong, it doesn't matter. You guys know how I teach class. Right answer, wrong answer, I don't care. Just give it a try. Cabin fever. Tell me if you think you know what that phrase means. Also, wherever you guys are, if there are changes going on, if there are strange things happening, if there's anything happening that you want to tell us about, go ahead and tell us what's going on in your country. I can tell you where I live, all of the schools are closed in my area. Not in the whole country, but in my area where they've had a significant number of sick people sick with coronavirus, all of the schools are closed. All of the libraries are closed. All of the museums are closed. Movie theaters are closed. Bowling alleys, like basically all of the fun stuff that we used to go out and do, all of that stuff is closed. A lot of restaurants are closed too. They don't have to close. Some restaurants are still open, and they're still serving food that you can pick up and take home, or they're doing delivery. But you're not allowed to go to a restaurant and just sit down and have a meal. Not in my area where I live. No restaurant is doing that anymore. Let me see, what other changes have been going on? A lot of people working from home, What else? A lot of government offices are closed, and that's a little bit of a problem for some people because some people get necessary help from these government offices, and right now, because they're closed, a lot of people who sometimes get help from the government, they can't get what they need. So that's been causing a problem for some people, I know. All right, let's see. Oh, Helio. I remember that name too. How are you doing, Helio? All right, so Helio has the answer to that question I asked a little while back. So the phrase that I mentioned, cabin fever. Cabin fever is a phrase that we use in English to describe how you feel when you have been trapped in one place for a long time. Kind of like what a lot of people are experiencing right now. So, Helio, you used the phrase cooped up. Cooped up means the same thing. It means you've been trapped in one place for a long time. So, a lot of people right now are experiencing cabin fever. They feel cooped up because they can't go out to the places that they usually go out to have fun and to see their friends and to hang out. One thing that you can still do that I think is nice is you can still go to some parks. Now, you can't go to a park where there are like swings and a playground and things like that, because with everything there that kids would touch, that would be a bad idea. But there are some parks in my area that are just for hiking. So it's basically like the woods or the forest. So you can just go to the park and you can just walk on the trails, and there's like nobody close to you. If you see someone, they're probably like 100 feet away. So that's a safe activity to do right now. And my husband and I have been doing that a lot, just so that we're not in the house all day, because cabin fever, it's getting to us. All right, let's see, Meyer. Okay, so Meyer, you're in Colombia and people are studying from home. Yeah, all the kids right now that are out of school, a lot of them are getting lessons online, which is actually pretty awesome that schools were able to make that happen so fast. So a lot of students now have class online with their teachers, kind of like the way I teach English with a lot of my students. But not every school has been able to do that. So other schools have just been giving work to the students. Like they might put something online that you can just print out and you can do that to keep studying. College students, a lot of college students are doing online classes now. Some college students had to leave the college campuses. They got kicked off campus and they had to go home. But yeah, Meyer, you're right. A lot of people are studying from home, working from home, everything from home right now. Amin, nightclubs. Oh yes, nightclubs are definitely closed. That would not be a good place for you to be right now. In my area, I know nightclubs are closed, bars are closed. The other thing is Broadway. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Broadway, but Broadway is in New York City, and they have lots of theaters, but they're not movies, they're plays, right? Big plays. And all of Broadway is completely shut down, which has never happened in my life that I can remember. And yeah, it's causing a lot of problem for businesses, but unfortunately it's the safest thing that we can do right now. So yeah, I mean, nightclubs are closed. I can understand that. So I mean, you're in Mexico, and let's see, here in Mexico is not like other places. You can still hang out. Oh, okay, I mean, so right now in Mexico, everybody is still pretty much doing the normal activities. But I think you're right, Amin. That could change soon. About 2 weeks ago in the United States, none of this was happening. people were talking about coronavirus and we knew about it. And yeah, some people had gotten sick, but people were still just doing their own thing. Now, it's totally different. So, I don't know, I mean, hopefully Mexico doesn't have a lot of cases of sick people and maybe you guys will be okay and you won't have to do these things that we're doing. But you never know. It could change soon. So just in case, Amin, I'll tell you, you might want to get prepared. Okay? One thing that I did before a lot of these changes happened is I went to the grocery store, like a lot of people did. A lot of people went to the grocery store just to buy some extra supplies. Now, let me just say this. You don't need to buy 50 packages of toilet paper. I'm sure some people have heard about that happening. I really don't think that's what you need to prepare for an emergency like this. But some of the things that I did buy just so that I could be prepared, I bought extra food that will last a long time. So I bought a lot of pasta sauce. I bought a lot of frozen food to put in the freezer because that will last for a long time. What else did we buy? Soup. We bought a lot of soup because, you know, soup is easy to make and it's easy to store. So, things like that. You might want to buy a little extra just so that you have enough in case you have to stay in your house for a while. But you don't have to go crazy. Some people are going a little too far and they're buying like 50 boxes of toilet paper and they're buying like 100 bottles of hand sanitizer. I really don't think that's necessary. So if you're going to prepare, don't do that. Don't go overboard. Just get a little bit extra so that you can stay at home if you have to for a few days. The other thing I'll tell you is that even though a lot of things are closed, the important things are still open. The grocery store is still open. Now, what's inside the grocery store, that's an interesting story. If you go to the grocery store right now, there are a lot of things that are just gone because everybody bought them already. So you can go to the grocery store, but you might not find everything that you're looking for, which is, again, why I think it might be a good idea to get yourself prepared if things haven't changed that much in your country, but you think they might. Go ahead and get prepared just in case. And if it turns out that nothing changes, then, you know, that's okay. You just have a little bit of extra food in your house for a while. It's no big deal. But it's better to be safe than to be sorry. That's a very common English expression for you guys. It's better to be safe, get some extra things, than to be sorry, to not get those things, and then you end up in a bad situation because there's nothing left. All right, so it's better to be safe than sorry. Amin, you got another question. Let me see. What about the airport? The tourism is completely canceled everywhere. Also, the border is closed. Yeah, I did hear that they were gonna close the border between the United States and Mexico. I think it's also possible that they are closing the border between the United States and Canada. I'm not sure about that, but I can say this, Amin, the airport is open, okay? Right now, as far as I know, the airport in the United States is open. Now, can you get a flight? That's a different question, okay? There are certain countries that are not accepting any flights from outside of the country. So, like, I'm pretty sure Italy, I know a lot of you guys probably heard that Italy is having a very hard time right now. Italy, I'm pretty sure that you cannot fly to Italy if you're just trying to have a vacation or something like that. I don't think you can get a flight to Italy right now. And I think there are some other countries in Europe that might be doing the same thing. There are flights going to certain places, but a lot of flights have been canceled. And a lot of people are just canceling their trips because it's a little bit risky to travel right now. I mean, being on a plane, yes, they're going to try to clean the plane as thoroughly as possible, but with the amount of people that get on and off a plane all day, even though there are not as many people flying right now, that's still a lot of people from a lot of different places. So personally, I think getting on a plane right now is a little bit risky. I don't think I would do it unless I really had to do it. So yeah, I mean, that's the situation with the airports right now. We'll see if anything changes, but right now they are open. You can get some flights, but a lot of flights have been canceled. Let's see what else. Tamer. Some people buy a lot of stuff that's not good. They're selfish. Yeah, Tamer, that's exactly what I was talking about. Some people are being really selfish right now, which is a little bit frustrating, I guess. I think a lot of people are scared. And when people are scared, they don't always make the best decisions, right? So I think that's the problem, is that people are not managing their fear. They're just letting their fear run wild. And they're doing things that are selfish. They're doing things that don't make sense. Like toilet paper. You really don't need that much toilet paper. Toilet paper is not going to help you to deal with this. So yeah, some people are being selfish. I don't think that they're being selfish intentionally, but fear makes people do strange things. So that's why I was just reminding you guys, if you need to prepare for something like this, be thoughtful. Take some extra things, but don't take everything. You have to think about the people who are older, and maybe they can't rush to the grocery store when everybody else does. Maybe they have to wait for someone to come and help them go to the grocery store. What are those people gonna buy if everything is gone? You're gonna leave those people with no food, no supplies, no hand sanitizer, and those older people are the ones who really need those supplies. They need that stuff. So yeah, Tamer, you have a good point. Now is not a time to be selfish. Now is a time where we should really try to help each other, take care of each other, look out for each other. I think that's how we're all gonna get through this situation. Helio. All right, Helio, you're from Brazil. Okay. I guess people are not worried about it in Brazil. You know what? That might be true. It might be that Brazil has nothing to worry about. I don't know if there have been any cases in Brazil, but maybe you guys don't have anything to worry about. Or maybe things just haven't escalated yet. Maybe things haven't gotten that bad yet. About maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago in the United States, nobody was worried. 3 weeks ago in the United States, I wasn't worried. I was thinking about it, but I wasn't really worried. Now, people are worried. People are scared. People are panicked. So, yeah, Helio, I hope that Brazil is okay. I hope you guys don't have to deal with what we're dealing with right now. But, I mean, we don't know. It might be just a matter of time. So, like I said, if you think things might change in your country, go ahead and get prepared now if you can. Buy a few extra things. Vivian, hey! Vivian, I remember you. It's been a long time. I missed you too. How are things going where you are, Vivian? Remind me what country you're from, okay? Amin, guess what? Oh, concerts are canceled. Yes, concerts are canceled. You had plans to go and it was canceled. Yeah, that's something that happened in the United States too. All the events where big groups of people get together, canceled. Nobody is doing that anymore. So it's unfortunate. We had a holiday in the United States recently, St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if you guys are familiar with St. Patrick's Day. It's an Irish holiday, but we celebrate it in the United States because a lot of Irish people have moved to this country, since hundreds of years ago. And it's usually a huge celebration with parades everywhere, and people go to the bars and drink. None of that was allowed this year. And that was the first time in, oh my gosh, I think it was the first time in at least 50 years that we didn't have a parade for St. Patrick's Day. And the parade in New York, which is near where I live, is the biggest St. Patrick's Day celebration in the whole world. It's the biggest one in the whole world, and they had to cancel it. So right now the plan is to have the parade later when it's safe to have a parade like that. So hopefully we'll get to have that parade. It'll just be at a different time than we usually have it. But yeah, canceled concerts and things like that, that really sucks. I'm sorry, I mean. Let's see. Bakan, it's been a while. Yes, I know. Tell me how things are going where you are. We still have a couple of minutes to talk. Tamer. Yes, we need to pull together right now, Tamer. I'm with you. Whatever you need to do to make sure that your mental health is okay, please do that. A lot of people are struggling with emotions and with thoughts that are really troubling. So take care of yourselves and take care of the people around you if you can. That's what we have to do if we're going to get through this. All right, guys, we have a couple more minutes before we're going to end this chat. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? Any last minute questions? Anything that you want to share about what's happening in your country? We got a couple minutes to talk, and then we'll say goodbye for today. So let's see. Anybody have any questions, or did anyone have a question that I missed? If I missed your question, you can go ahead and put that question in the comments again so I can get to you before we end this. Let's see. Oh, new comment. Hold on. Let me take a look. Oh, Iskodal. I remember that name too. That name sounds familiar. It's good to see you. Remind me where you're from, what country you're from. And if you have any questions or if there's anything that you want to share, go ahead and put that in the comments. All right, guys. So the last thing I'm going to say while you guys are putting in your final questions or final comments, I hope you guys stay safe. Okay? Remember, wash your hands. Wash your hands. It sounds silly to say that to a bunch of adults, but to be honest, that's one of the safest things that we can do right now. Wash your hands often. Wash them well. Okay? And if your government or if your country starts to tell you to stay away from other people, to stay at home, to isolate yourself, please take it seriously. I actually know that there are some places in the United States where they are not taking these things seriously. They're still opening bars and restaurants in some places, and people are still going to the bar and hanging out with other people. That is really a strange decision to make, in my opinion. I'm not sure how people can make a decision like that when all of these things are going on. So please, if things do start to get a little bit tough in your country, please take it seriously. It's better to take it seriously and make sure that things don't get really bad. Because if you don't take it seriously, that's what could happen. Things could get really bad. So if they tell you to stay at home, just do your best to take it seriously. Stay at home so that you can stay safe and other people can stay safe. And let's see, last comments. Oh, Iscotel from Mexico. Got it. And Bakan, in my country, you've been taught how to make hand sanitizer. Yes. A lot of people in the United States are also learning how to make hand sanitizer, teaching other people how to make hand sanitizer. Actually, here's an interesting thing that happened. There was a company who made alcohol. Alcohol, like, you know, that you drink, like vodka or rum or beer, that kind of alcohol. They had alcohol, and instead of continuing to make alcohol that they drink, that you can drink, they decided to stop doing that and start using that alcohol to make sanitizer, because people need that now more than they need alcohol that you can drink. So yes, people are adapting. People are learning how to do new things so that they can take care of themselves and take care of other people. I think that's the smart thing to do right now. So Bakan, yes, if you can learn how to make hand sanitizer on your own, go ahead and do that. Let me see. Any other comments here? No? I think that's it. So that's it for today, guys. It was really good to connect with you all. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying sane. And maybe we'll do another little chat like this. If you would like to do another little chat like this, let me know in the comments if you would like to do another one, when you would like to do another one, maybe what you'd like to talk about if we do another one like this, okay? Also, don't forget to give this a thumbs up, and you can share this video with anybody, everybody. Give everybody in your life something interesting to watch so that they can practice their English in case they don't have an English class to go to right now. All right, guys? Take care.